Bonbon Cebu, Philippines. I am having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well, wherever you're from. Hey, today I want to talk to you about respect. Just a little bit in the Philippines. Respect. Just a little bit in the Philippines. Yeah! Woo! What a joy, such a joy to come back to you again, my friends. And today, I want to say for those of you that are here for the first time, if you would click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about Philippines, you understand, this is the country where people are abundant and relationships are abundant. Filipinos with foreigners, foreigners with Filipinos, and everybody trying to get along. But the one thing that sometimes is missing in that equation is RESPECT. Respect. Yeah, respect. Sometimes when two people enter into a relationship, one of the basic things they fail to do is to respect one another. Now, how can you keep a relationship together when there is no respect? One of the reasons why there is no respect is because of how they speak to one another. If you speak to one another in a tone that's of hatred and animosity, there can be no respect. So I want to tell you some things today that will help you in your relationship as it relates to respecting one another. First of all, what's up, expat at large? I got some people here today. I get with you guys. Just let me get this out of the way, and I'll greet you all in just a few seconds. Wait long for this. So the first thing you understand is, what is respect? Respect is basically when you have an admiration or esteem for the another individual, person, place, or thing. That's respect. I have respect for Lisa D. I have respect for my country, where I'm from, the United States of America. I have respect for you guys, my subscribers. And I hope you have respect for me, because that means you have esteem, high regard for one another. Okay? I highly regard each and every one of my subscribers. With high regard. Drinking some coffee here today, y'all. Do a little sweating. So, when you have a high regard for one another, then you respect that individual. And hopefully that same manner will be returned to you. They will respect you as well. One of the problems that people, in particular, good morning everybody, in particular foreigners and Filipinos lose is that they don't respect. One of the problems is that foreigners don't respect Filipinos. And the reason why is because they think in their mind sometimes that the Filipinos beneath them, because they're supplying them with money or whatever, and the money is going to their head. They think they have power over the Filipinos, so they talk down to them. That's not good, because you're not going to get as much out of that Filipino by talking down to her as you would by talking up to her. You have to respect that Filipina, and that Filipino has to respect you. And this is not only related to Filipinos. This is relating to your people, your immediate family, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, even on your job, in your community. Respect between people is the paramount importance in life. And when we lose that respect, when we lose that attitude, then we're going to have problems in our relationship. Any relationship where there's no respect, eventually there will be a breakup. There will be a departing. And some of you guys right there right now have experienced that in your relationship. You've had a divorce. You've had a breakup because she didn't respect you and you didn't respect her. Yeah, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Respect is very, very critical to the sustaining of a viable and healthy relationship. Without no respect, your relationship will be crumbling, going down, down, down. So what is respect again? It's basically an admiration and honor of another person's life versus yours. Respect. You respect your parents. You know, they always say respect your elders. Yeah, because they have been through things in life, and they should be what? honored. Okay? So when you honor your Filipino, guess what? She's going to turn right around. If she's a good woman, she's going to honor you too. And when two people are honoring each other, they have no place to go but what? Up. Up in life. Up in status. That's what respect is all about. So not only should you give your Filipino respect, she give you respect, but you got to remember to retain your respect. Because sometimes Filipinos can do some stuff. I'm telling you. They can do some stuff to cause you to lose your respect. But you got to remember to retain your respect. Now, I'm going to give you the perfect example. If you're driving a car, you got four wheels, four tires on the car, okay? One of your tires go bad, right? So what do? Do you throw that tire away? One of your tires got flat. Will you throw it away? No. You take it to the garage and get them fixed that flat. Same with a person. If they mess up, you've been knowing them all your life and they're really sweet person. They mess up to say something wrong, do something wrong. What you do? Kick them to the curb? Throw them away? No. You give them a chance to straighten it out. So I know you're a good person. You lose respect for what they did or what they said, but you should never lose respect for the individual. Okay? If that person's a good person, you should never lose respect. You should never kick them to the curb. Give them an opportunity to straighten it out. That's what respect is. I respect your decision. I don't respect what you said. I don't respect what you did, but I respect you as an individual. And we're gonna work this thing out. And I'm sure you're gonna get it right. That's how you deal with people. And when you get that attitude, then your relationship will improve overall in every area of your life. All right, guys. I didn't have a lot for you. That's all I have for you today. We're gonna get ready to do some roll call up in here. Roll call up in here. Everybody ready for the roll call? All aboard. Roll call. Here we go. We got in this house. Wendell, what's going on, man? Terry Edwards, what's up? What's up? What's up? Frederick Mason, good to see you. Good to see you. Raymond, how you doing, man? Seen you live. I ain't seen you in a while, Ray. Eddie Jackson, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good morning, good morning. Good evening, I guess, in there in the USA. One of the many reasons I like your channel is because, wait a minute, hold on. You're a respectable guy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. One thing I got to mention, a note on the channel. From this point forward, we're going to try very hard to refrain from talking about politics. I talked about politics on one of my last live streams, and some people got really perturbed, man. They got really perturbed. I just told it like it was. And I said, look, the name of this channel is A Black Person's What? Viewpoint. It was my viewpoint, and I have a right to share it on my channel. And they didn't like it. But it's okay. I understand how some people feel. We have a difference of opinion when it comes to certain issues, and politics is one of them. So to prevent anybody from getting out of shape, I don't want to bend anybody out of shape unnecessarily. We're just going to stop talking about politics, okay? All right, so let's see what else we got here. Raymond, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Hope you and your wife, Raymond. This guy's name is Vilas. He's Vilas BAGC. That's his screen name. But Raymond is a true American. He's a friend. I've known Ray for about, 4 or 5 years now. He's in the USA, and he's married to a Filipina. And we've met online. We haven't met in person yet, but we correspond quite frequently. We did some business together for a while. And Ray's a stand-up guy, man. He's a really, really nice guy, and you all were to meet him, you would be very, very well pleased. He is a brother, and he's a strong individual. He got his head on straight, and his wife is a beautiful Filipina. She's actually they've been in the USA for a long time. So he's an example of perfection or success when it comes to marrying a Filipina and taking them back to the USA. He did it successfully, and they've married like over 20 years. So Ray is a stand-up guy. Good to see you, Ray. He said we'll meet real soon. I hope so. I hope so. We need to meet you in person one day. But Lisa D and I were out yesterday, man. We had a great time. We did our little shopping, running about. Those of you who haven't seen me in a while, I've been working hard. I've been working really hard. I had several projects to do and got rid of most of them. I got one more to do, and I don't have a deadline on that one. It's just an estimate I'm working up on that one, so I can take my time on that. But now I have some time to chat with you online and see how my people are doing. What questions you have for me today? If you don't have any questions, that's okay. I'm just gonna talk. Y'all know I like to talk about the Philippines, and I like to talk about me. I like to talk about Lisa D, and I like to talk about you too, because I know the reason why you guys tune into me is, okay, Ray says he's been married for 25 years. Wow, that's awesome. That's outstanding. 25 years of marriage. Guess what, guys? To the same woman. To the same one woman. That's a lot of dedication. That's a lot of respect. That's a lot of trust. And that's a lot of honoring each other. Because I'm sure during those 25 years, they had some miscommunications and they had some mix-ups, but they worked it out. And that's one of the things, man. Whenever you have somebody that you really love and you really care for, you just don't kick them to the curb just because you had a misunderstanding or they messed up. You just don't, it just doesn't end that easily because you've invested a lot of time in them. And because of that, you want to try to work things out to the very, very last where it can't be worked out. Then you move on. But try. And I'm sure Ray went through a lot of stuff with his wife. We all do in marriage. I went through some stuff with Liz D when we first got married. But we worked it out and we're here. What up? Who is this? Let's see, hold on. Bucesis 81. What up, Bobby D? What is your take on the dengue fever situation? I talked about that on a previous live stream. It's a very, for certain areas, it's a very, very dangerous situation. It is an outbreak. They call it a national epidemic here. And you can Google that. The dengue situation is pretty bad, but it's only limited to certain areas, okay? So you can come out here, as long as you don't go in those areas and frequent and get around the people that much, you will be okay. And also you should take protection. You should wear long sleeves and long pants if you're in an area that's noted for dengue. Now I had a list of those areas, but I don't have them with me right now. But you can Google dengue areas or dengue, a national epidemic in the Philippines. Google it, and it should give you a list of those areas. I think it's about 7 of them that have the dengue right now, but it is serious. People are dying from it. I mean, so many of the children mostly are dying from it because when the parents catch it and realize that it's dengue, it's too late. And some of them, the symptoms are sort of like vomiting, rash and stuff like that, and fever. And sometimes they think it's a cold, because Filipinos are noted for not going to the doctor. I'm sorry, they just don't go. And one of the reasons why they don't go is because they can't afford it. They barely, many of the Filipinos out here can barely afford to buy food. So going to a doctor is really, really stretching it. So they put their monies on food and rent. That's what they do here. And doctors is the last thing. They do a lot of home remedy here. And amazingly, Lisa D's put some of that home remedy on me. Y'all ever heard of Vicks Vapor Rub? Hey, she rubbed me down every time. My back and my chest, every time I get a little cold or whatever, come here. And it works. That stuff works. I mean, a lot of the home remedies, she gave me some other stuff too, but a lot of the home remedies here work. And, people have to be inventive when they don't have the funds to go to a medical physician, So dengue is real. It's real, and you should not take it lightly when coming out here. But at the same time, don't let it freak you out. Don't be afraid of it, because it's actually you get it from a mosquito that has the virus, okay, and they have to bite you. So if you're not in an area with a whole lot of mosquitoes and stuff, you have nothing to worry about. I've been out there 5 years, since 2014. I've never contracted dengue, okay? I've never contracted dengue. And you know, might say, well, you don't have any mosquitoes. Yeah, when we go to the mountains where the other house is, there's a ton of mosquitoes out there. But I usually put some off on me all over when I go up there, so we won't get. And then I have long pants when I go up there too, and long sleeve shirt. So you have to do things to protect yourself. It is serious, but again, if you protect yourself, you're gonna be all right. Let's see what else we got here. Philippines World, big hello, Mr. and Mrs. D. Hope you're doing well and good. Yes, I am. Hello to everyone wherever they may be. God bless you. God bless you, our Philippines World. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Wayne? You changed your channel name again, Wayne? Wayne had a channel. I think that's Wayne. Wayne, if that's you, tell me if that's you or not. Wayne had a channel called Life in the Philippines, How I See It, something like that. Then he changed it to something else, but Bestie, and then he changed it. I think he's changed it to Our Philippine World. But anyway, good to see you, Wayne, and thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for being a good friend. He's a good friend, y'all. Eddie Jackson, is that Shabu drug still a big deal? Yes, sir. Shabu is huge out here. The drug war has been going on for since 2017, 16 now, and it's huge. It's gone down a little bit because there's a lot of people that are being arrested, and they're cracking down on it a lot. But it's been going on so long, it's hard to eradicate it. It's hard because the people here are poor, man, and they do what they got to do to survive. And you know, if it's called for pushing the little drugs, to them in their minds, they're not hurting nobody. That's in their minds now. They need the money, so they do what they got to do. You know, I'm not justifying it, but I'm showing you the mentality of how they think that in their mind it is justified for them. Okay, but yeah, drugs is a problem here, and the administration here is cracking down on it, and they're doing a good job. It's not as bad as it was, that's for sure. And not only is drugs not bad as it was, a whole lot of stuff is good, it's improved. I was here before Duterte got in office, and I've been here since he's been in office. And I can see the changes, especially in Manila. Manila used to be filthy, man. I mean, it was terrible, but it's cleaned up now. You go take a picture before 2015 and take a picture now of the main freeway out there. You'll see all of the vendors that were selling that crack and stuff. They sweep them clean, man. So it's a big change here. But then again, there's still some drugs out there. If you guys are coming here to the Philippines, please do not get involved with drugs. Do not get involved with drugs. You will be caught because every week, I live here, every week I'm seeing foreigners being arrested, okay? Going to jail for something they had no business doing, okay? Getting in drugs, and some of them try to sell drugs out there, some of them are buying drugs. And this is not the place for that. I mean, you might be able to get away with that in the USA or wherever country you're from, but these people are cracking down on it, especially with foreigners. You think that because you're an American, you're going to be okay? Nah, you can forget that. Pulling your American card is not going to work for you here. You're going to be arrested, and you're going to be tried like any other person violating the laws of this country. So when you come here to the Philippines, be obedient to the laws of this country. You'll be all right. And be respectful to the people. I just talked to you about respect. Okay, let's see where I left off at. Okay. Eddie talked about Shabu. My mom used to use that Vicks rub on me. Yeah, man, my mom used to do that too when I was a kid. She would put that Vicks on me, rub me down. Then she would put it in my nose and stuff. I hated that part about it because it would get the stop nose free, but I hated putting it in my nose. Then one time she used to mix it with sugar. I don't know if y'all ever heard of this one. You take the Vicks, mix it with sugar, and then put it on a spoon and make me suck it down. I'm like, I hated that. She thought would it clear the phlegm. It did something. I don't know if it cleared the phlegm or not, but I know one thing. I hated taking that stuff. Then some of those old remedies will kill you, man, but some of them work too. but yeah, a lot of the old remedies they use out here, and a lot of them really, really work because they have had to be inventive because they can't pay the money to go to a doctor. Most of them are very, very poor. Okay, what else? Are condos expensive in your area? In my area, it depends. The average, I would say the average price for like a studio condo, which is just, one big room, kitchen, everything included, you're gonna pay about maybe $200 to $300 per month. And if you want a one bedroom, or excuse me, if you want a two bedroom, you probably pay like 400. Okay, so you probably can find something cheaper to that. But when I say those prices, I'm saying those are nice places. Okay, you probably can find something like 200 a month, 150, but it's not going to be really nice, and it won't have security. Anybody coming out here to the Philippines, as you're a foreigner to live, I recommend that you have security, gated security. We have gated security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because when you're a foreigner in any country, not necessarily the Philippines, any country, you become a target, and you want to protect yourself. I can tell you so many people I know have gotten their place broken into, all this stuff stolen, because they got a place and try to be cheap and go to these local Filipino places where there's no security, and then people target them, track when they come and go, and bust in their place and take everything they got. I'm telling you, something happens every day. Don't be cheap when you come out here. Try to find a nice place and try to find a place that's got security. If you want to be cheap, you're going to pay the price for it, because eventually somebody's going to track you, somebody's going to take your stuff. And I would hate somebody to take your stuff. So please, when you come out here, try to find a place with security. Unless you're in the province now. If you're in the province, it's a different story. Usually in the province, people buy houses and stuff, and they don't usually have to be worried about security. Because province people, pretty much, it's very little crime out there in the province, except for drugs. Now, it's going to be drugs. But as far as stealing your stuff, if you're there most of the time, you don't have to worry about that in the province. I'm talking about in this big city like Cebu or Manila, especially Manila. All right, what else? Okay, Billy says, how you doing? I'm doing fine, Billy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, Wayne says his new name for his channel. Have I been to the vow? No, Billy, I have not been to the vow, and I'm not going to the vow. Not because I don't like it, but because simply the further south you go, the vow is south. I'm in the middle of the country, and you have three parts of the country. You got the north, which is Manila area, Luzon. You got the middle, which is the Visayas, with Cebu area, and then you got the south, which is the Mindanao area, and that's including the vow. I don't go to the south because there's a lot of rebels there. There's a lot of ISIS there, and I just don't want to be bothered with that. Now, the city of Davao is pretty much clear of all of that stuff, but I don't want to go that way. A lot of people. I'm not saying for you not to go. I'm just telling you how I am. So I got neighbors here that are from Davao, and they say it's a beautiful city, sort of like Cebu. Now, Cebu is the second largest city in the Philippines. Manila is the first largest city, and Davao is the third largest city. So it's got to be a pretty nice city, but I won't go to Davao. I know people live there, but I won't go. Okay, Billy says, okay, hold on. Okay, that's your permanent name. Okay, Wayne. Duterte will keep you. He's very strict, and I think it's a good thing. You have to be strict on people that have been doing what they want to do for a long time. No question about that. The mayor of Manila is doing it. Yeah, he's doing a great job cleaning up a lot of mess as well. Yeah, there's a lot of home remedies out there, man. What's the best way to find a studio condo in Cebu? Are you here, or are you trying to find it from the USA, or you're trying to find it online, or the best way to find it is being here. That's the best way. But if you can't be here to find it, then you want to go online. You probably want to go to There's there used to be a online site called OLX. I think they changed the name to Carousel. Carousel. They have a lot of listings in there. You can take a look at them, but keep in mind that what you look at online and what you actually get when you actually come out here to see it may be totally different because they buff up the pictures, make it look real nice. Something that looks that's 50 years old, they can make it look like it's 2 years old. All kind of crazy stuff they do, man. So I mean, what you want to do is find it online. If you have somebody here, check with them here and say, look, I like this place on such and such place. Can you check it out for me? You know, something like that. You know, that's the best way to do it so you won't get suckered into these bad deals. Because if you make a deal online and you send them your money, you're not going to get that money back. You forget that. Okay, let's see what else we got. Sugar turpentine. Yeah, I remember that one too, Ray. 3 6s and cod liver. Oh man, don't tell me. But my body is screeching right now from that cod liver. Oh, I hated that stuff, man. My mama every time you could just say, ooh, come here, come here. She throw that cod liver oil down your throat, man. You be trying to puke it up. I remember that, Ray. And I was down south. You up in the north too. That stuff got to be powerful. Okay, he says, can you survive without a car out there? Yeah, you can. You can. Many people do. Most Filipinos don't have cars. They don't have a car. They don't have a bike. They don't even have a bicycle. And its transportation out there is very, very cheap. Jeepney rides like 8 pesos. Most places, 7 to 8 pesos. So you can survive with no problem with a car, without a car. You may not like the mode of transportation because when you're in a jeepney, you like, you like that squished up. Everybody's like in sardine. It's like you're in a sardine can. You squashed together, and people are coughing and sneezing, and you guys are. And then sometimes they snatch your stuff and run out the jeepney. You gotta be self-aware. You have to be very, very vigilant when you're on a jeepney, and you have to be self-aware of your surroundings because you are a target, and people know that you're a foreigner, and people think you have money. And for God's sake, don't pull out no cameras, don't pull out no cell phone, none of that stuff when you're on a jeepney because they will snatch that stuff and go. Okay, I've seen it happen, and I don't want to see that happen to anybody. It didn't happen to me, but I've seen it happen to a woman on a jeepney. You got to be careful with that stuff. Sometimes they'll pull you off the jeepney. If you hold on to their camera, they're going to pull you on, they'll drag you off that jeepney, take your stuff and go. You got to be careful with that. But as far as transportation, yes, you can survive without it, a car. But me, I don't like being squished up in sardine cans, and I didn't like the taxis. The taxis out here, that's a whole nother story, man. I'm going to have to do another video, a live stream on taxi drivers. Taxi drivers are scheming, man. They're always trying to find ways to get your money, more money out of you. If you come out here, you probably want to take Grab. Grab is, even some of the Grab drivers are cheating, man. We had a Grab driver. We went to Top Hills, which is up on Cebu Mountain, the biggest place, highest place in the city, restaurant there. And so we knew the price to get there. I didn't want to drive my car up there because my car is old and that mountain is really steep and it would tear up my engine. I don't like that. So I said, let's just take a Grab. We called a Grab to go up there. We knew what the price was. He tried to charge our double. I said, sir, we've taken this trip before. You trying to charge our double. Sir, this is a special ride. It's a special trip. And we go out. I said, this ain't nothing special. We went round and round with him. And finally, we agreed on a certain price. It wasn't what he wanted. But Grab drivers even try to get you, man. But most of them are okay. But yeah, you can take a taxi around wherever.